Hey guys, welcome to Recovery Sundays. This is the first session that's called the I've been sitting too long, which I'm almost certain 90% of you guys have been sitting too long, probably at a poor chair or on your couch due to self-isolation. So let's hop straight to it. We're going to start on the ground. We're going to be going into a child's pose. So we're going to have our feet together at the back, but our knees are wide. And then from there, sitting our hips back, hands out forward, letting your bum drop down towards your feet. Just going to hold that one for 5 breaths. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Keep letting those hips sink down. Taking deep breaths. Got one more. And then slowly coming out of that position. After that one, I'm going to go to our hands and our knees, like so. Nice, wide, under the shoulder, knee under the hip. And then from there, we're going to do a cat camel. So looking up, arching through our upper back. And then rounding our back, looking down between our knees. And again, up towards the sky, squeezing through your shoulder blades. Push away, rounding that back, looking through your knees. Up towards the sky, arching that lower back and upper back. In between the knees, pushing away from the ground with your hands and your knees. 3 more of those, looking up nice and high. And down between our knees. Repeat that process. If you wish to add in your breath, take a deep breath in, looking up. Exhale, looking down, pushing away from the earth. Next one we are going to do is take one of our hands and then we're going to come out wide like so and rotate through. Keeping this hand planted to the ground, both knees on the ground. Rotate out. Bring it through. Rotate out. Bring it through. 2 more of those. Rotate out. Bring it through. 1 more. Rotate out. And bring it through. This time, when we bring it through, we're going to lay our shoulder down onto the ground, keeping our knees up nice and high. Keeping this hand on the ground for a light bit of support. We're just trying to rotate through our upper back here. Again, holding for 5 breaths. That's 3 for me. And then we're going to come back to that starting position nice and slowly. And then do 5 or 6 rotations to the other side. So rotate out, looking up at your hand, rotating through, keeping the eyes on the hand. Make sure you're threading that needle through. This time I'm going to leave it across there. Coming down and across, right hand stays on the ground, hips stay up high, rotating through the upper back. 5 breaths here. Back to that starting position. Drop back into that child's pose, so feet together, knees out, hips down nice and low, hands down in front. Let those hips sink. 5 breaths here again. Just chill out in this position, nice and relaxed. Coming back up onto all fours again, nice and slowly. This time what we're going to do, coming up onto our knees, we're going to take a big step forward with one leg, and we're going to be leaning over top of that front leg like so. Hands should come to the ground or somewhere close to it, fingertips, knuckles, whatever you feel comfortable with, palms if you can. This leg should be relatively straight, we're kind of pushing down through that hip. This knee at the front making 90 degrees. I'm just going to hold that position again for 5 breaths. Keep trying to go deeper on that exhalation. 2 more breaths in. And then from here, we're going to slowly push back from our front leg. Back goes nice and straight. Toes come up towards your face, knees locked in. Hands on hips, leg ground if you can, but keeping your back nice and straight. We're going to try and stretch out that front hamstring all the way down to the back of our leg. So back tall, try not to round too much. Bring your toes towards your face. And again, we're holding this position for 5 breaths. And then we're going to walk back forwards where we were at the start. This time, both hands are going to come into the inside. With this foot on the outside, walk it out a bit wider, and then turn your toes to point outwards a little bit. 45-degree angle is good. We're trying to open up this hip, so we're going to have our hands on the inside, gently pushing your right hand into your right leg, trying to make it wider, and then from there, same position, back leg straight, back nice and straight or neutral, looking straight ahead, 5 deep breaths. Keep trying to sink deeper into the exhalation. We've got 1 more here. And then release when we come back up. So this knee goes straight. Walk this back foot in if you need to. And then from there, we're going to push this hip forward. Staying up nice and tall with our body. We're just trying to stretch out this hip flexor again. Stay up nice and tall this time. We're going to try to drive this hip forward, this knee at 90 degrees, up nice and tall. We can also add in a twist over to the opposite side, like so, and again we're holding for 5 breaths. Nice one. And release. This time we're going to let this foot fall across the front, like so. Bring our left knee around. I'm going to face you guys so it's easier to see. This foot comes in towards our hip. This leg comes and steps over the front. And then from there, this arm across, I'm going to twist through that upper back. Stretching through this side of the body here. Chest up nice and tall, like so. Right foot is underneath me, left foot is over the front of my other knee. Up nice and tall, twisting through my spine and my hips. And again, 5 breaths. And then releasing that one, step this back foot across, twist back around so it's easy for you to see. Next one we're going to do is laying straight down onto our backs, like so. We're just going to twist our hips side to side. Nice and slow. Don't have to go down as far as mine are if you've got any pain in your upper back or lower back. Nice and slow side to side. Just get some movement through your upper and lower back into rotation. No doubt we're feeling stiff through there for being sitting for a long period of time. And one more to the right. And returning to neutral. This time we're going to put one leg straight, grab one leg, drop it across the other side of the body. My right hand goes out nice and straight. And then from there, twisting across our body, like so. This knee is dropping down towards the ground. What we want to do with our head is look away from our knee towards where our hand is, keeping both shoulders and shoulder blades on the ground. Again, twisting through your upper and lower backs. Holding for 5 breaths, just letting yourself sink into that stretch. Just going to do one more breath. And then we're going to return to neutral. While we're in this position, we are just going to sink into that other side. So other hand goes out to the other side. You're going to grab your left hand with your right hand, come across nice and slow. Looking towards our left hand, both shoulders on the ground. Trying to get that foot and knee. Not pushing too hard, just a gentle bit of pressure over the top. Let it sink down. Feel that rotation through your upper and lower backs. Two more breaths. One more in and out all the way. And then release that one. We're going to come back to that sitting up position. I'm going to face you to show you guys how to do the other side. And then from there, I'm going to put my left foot in underneath my body. My right leg's going to step over the top to reverse that motion I did before. Like so, and then twisting to that opposite side. So again, up tall with the chest, twist around, and then take some deep breaths. We're trying to look over that right shoulder or your opposite shoulder, like so. Back stays nice and neutral, up tall, we're still rotating, and hold this position for 5 breaths. Try and stay nice and relaxed. 2 more breaths. And then release. From there, I'm going to swing back around to the side so you guys can see me a little bit better. I'm going to go on to the other side of that sequence of 4 we did on the left leg and right leg before. So this time, I'm going to take a step forward with the opposite leg. So I'm stepping my left leg forward like so. And I'm going to come into that forward lunge position. So step your foot out away from your body a bit so that when you come forward, you're at 90 degrees. Back leg goes nice and straight. Chest is nice and neutral, and then we're going to hold that again for 5 breaths. One more. Keep pressing forward into this back hip, front knee 90 degrees. One more. And then from there, gently pushing back with your hands and your feet to come into that back position. Where we're keeping this front leg straight. Hips should stay nice and level. And then from there, chest tall, push down through your hips and your knee, bring your toes back. Feel that stretch down through the back of that leg. And drop the hands down to the ground. Keep breathing nice and deep, pushing this knee down. Feel that stretch going down through the back. 2 more breaths. And then releasing gently, coming forward. This time remember our hand goes to the middle. And walk this foot out a little bit, turn the toes out, 45-degree angle. And then from there, gently pressing this elbow into the knee. And then getting into that forward lunge position where that back knee goes. Back hip, goes nice and straight. Chest up tall, nice and neutral. Don't force these positions, just go to where you're relatively comfortable and hold those positions again for 5 breaths. Neutral spine, looking straight ahead, pick a point on the ground. After that we're going to release. And the last one is bringing the knees to 90-90, up nice and tall. Remember this, pushing this hip forward, up nice and tall with our body. Take a few deep breaths here. Trying to stretch out that hip flexor. And you can sink this hand over the top. One more breath. And release. And there you have it, guys. A nice little way, roughly 20 minutes for you to get up, stretch out that upper back, lower back, and get some mobility work into your day after sitting for a long period of time. Hope it helps. Cheers.